Hi friends, it's Ayumi here, and we are going to be introducing a new segment to the world, which I'm calling Mahou Shoujo Manga Mondays. So from now on, every Monday, I'm going to post a video introducing one of the many comics currently in serialization in Japan that are part of the magical girl genre. Now, when I started this idea, this was the most recent addition to the genre, but there has been a new one since, which we'll get to in a later week. But I wanted to introduce you to the newest girls comic in the magical girl genre, Pretty Magic Trainee Lily Raspberry. This series is very cute, of course. This is by Emma Toyama, who has done comics for so many years. She does like a bunch of comics at the same time. I literally do not know how she has the time, but this is her latest addition to Nakayoshi magazine. And previously, before this, she had been serializing Vampire Dormitory, which is the very first of her comics to get an adaptation, as well as my personal favorite of hers, The Witch Maid Knows the Queen's Secret, which you would think from the title would also be magical girl related. It's not exactly, but it is very Eurylicious, and I do recommend highly that everyone read it. Now, getting into Lily Raspberry, her latest edition. Now, this is a magic school type series about a girl who wants to become a magic user, but it's really not that simple. See, this is a world where basically about 300 years ago, all of the Earth's resources were depleted, and all what was left was magic, which was manifested through the power of humanity and also the spirits of nature. So now we're in a world which is relatively modern looking, but everything is run on magic, and magic users or mages are what we know as kind of basically like the modern influencer. So they're the ones that create all the brands and they have all these different things. People, everyone can kind of fly around just because of the magic items that they can buy and things like that. When Lily Raspberry says she wants to become a mage, what she wants to be is like a famous influencer, which is a little bit different from your, usual imagery. But she has to go to magic school to do that. Now, luckily for her, she did get invited to join a magic school 4 years ago by a mysterious witch. Ooh, fun. She goes to the legendary Scientia Academy. Scientia has two houses, the Swan House and the Crow House. Huge surprise, Swan is the one everyone wants to be in, and Crow is the one that's treated less well. And when it comes to Lily herself, in chapter 1, she is first shown to be selected into Swan House as a white cloak manifests on her body, but that cloak suddenly turns black, and so she's sent to Crow House. She then gets to meet her roommate, Kaide Cinnamon, who is an interesting character, and they kind of butt heads at first, especially because she's very disrespectful to one Shushu, who is Lily's precious cat. Just look at that perfect specimen of a creature. Like, oh my god. Yes, so Shushu is basically like the mascot and is revealed to be a little bit magical. We still don't quite know the story there. She actually does protect Kaede from some bullies in Swan House, and that is how they become fast, instant friends. Kaede is a little bit fruity, if you know what I mean. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so their bond grows stronger, and in this, Lily actually transforms. She goes through a magical girl transformation through the power of her item, which is a magic mirror, and also Shushu seems to have something to do with it, but we don't quite know yet. And in that particular instance, Shushu does also speak, which is a surprise because, again, Lily has had this cat forever, but she has no idea that this was a thing. This is a really interesting premise so far. Her outfit's super cute, whether she's, in her student uniform or transformed. And there's clearly a lot of mysteries going on regarding the magic system and also the school itself and how it works. So it's definitely really intriguing. There definitely is also some hints at like potential male love interest in a way that almost feels like it has to be that way just because that is the nature of the way that Nakoshi comics are in general these days. But I'm really excited about this series being an original story. It's only 3 chapters in, but it looks really intriguing. So, but yeah, if you're interested in checking this out, of course, it's currently only available in Japanese. If you're in Japan, you can read it through apps like Policy, or you would have to buy Nakayoshi magazine itself, because again, we're only 3 chapters in. So this was the first edition of Mahou Shoujo Manga Monday. Let me know what other comics you want to hear about, and otherwise just stay tuned for next Monday when I introduce another Magical Girl comic. If you want to keep up with Magical Girl news in general, I'm always keeping things up to date on this platform and all the others. So definitely stay tuned, follow, etc. And yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.